The sun is rising. A new day is upon us. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. About every 2 or 3 days I try to sweep the floor, empty the trash out, keep Large Marge clean and happy. You treat your accommodations good, they in turn will return the favor. I'm thinking about getting a few more pillows for this little area just to extend it so it's a little more comfortable when I hang out in here. Normally I just put my trash in these old grocery bags, the plastic ones. Once they're full, I tie them up, throw them in a local trash can. Oh my gosh, look at this lumberjack. It kind of sort of looks like me. Would you be mine? I'm getting really tired of toting around this piece of crap, but he will make a nice addition indeed. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Poo. Oh yeah, old school Louisiana theater right there. This architecture reminds me out of something on Hollywood Boulevard, not something from Louisiana. Dun, 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 dun. Joyce's Supermarket, where prices are born, not raised. Oh yeah, look at this old city glass sign, 1970 style. That's what I love right there. Small little lighthouse in front of that church. You see that pretty often. I never get tired of looking at them. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with more Shrimp Scampi here on the Seafood Station. Here's something you don't see too often. Residential and business combined into one. A little ice cream shop protruding from that guy's house. Currently in St. Martinville, a city that was developed through an unusual arrangement where the town property holders paid an annual and perpetual rent to the St. Martin of Tours Catholic Church. And that arrangement was probably handled in that old bank right there. The roots of this tree, most of them are above ground. It kind of resembles spider or octopus tentacles. And speaking of trees, right over here is one that was made famous in a Henry Longfellow poem. This oak marks the legendary meeting place of Emmeline and Louis, the counterparts of Evangeline and Gabriel. And there he is, the man himself, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, the poet of the people, and one can only imagine him standing here in the flesh, staring at this exact tree. It's very peaceful out here along this waterway. The wind is blowing, the birds are chirping. It's a good day. Does that say Rambo's Snow Shack? John Rambo's making snow cones? Hey, need your first blood. Hey, need your first blood. There is some sort of crop planted here, but I'm not real familiar with what it is. Kind of looks similar to like a plant or a weed or something. Out here among this barren landscape, lots of farms, is this very unusual tree line, a tunnel of trees, if you will. It's designated the Oak and Pine Alley, created by Charles Durand. In legend, a family wedding party rode down the alley, canopied by giant spider webs. The date said 1795. That was a heck of a long time ago. I'm doing this. I'm driving down this thing. I didn't see any signs saying private property, so I'm going for it. This is something out of a movie. The wind blowing the moss, the sun being blocked by the huge limbs of the trees. I think the dirt and rock road add another special of ambiance to the experience. Down at the end was a farmhouse, so I turned around. Imagine driving through this thing at night. It's about a mile or so long. It just goes on and on and on. It never ends. Here's something you rarely see, a Coca-Cola machine, not with Coke Classic on the front, but the new Coke logo, which only lasted a very, very short while, decades ago. Look at that thing! That's a relic! This almost looks like artwork, but I think it's just pipe fittings. I think it's a place that just sells pieces of pipe. I pulled over here because I saw all these old vintage signs attached to this what looks to be a general store. There's a skeleton behind the wheel of this vehicle, and he's stolen the Sanford & Son truck. The name of the place is the Pioneer Trading Post, and there is lots of very entertaining things on this porch. This former mermaid is now just a skeleton dangling here. What are you up to? Oh, I'm just sitting here holding my horseshoes. I just like to hold my horseshoes. And I certainly do love myself a cigar store Indian. He's looking for something though. I wonder if he's looking for me. I'm right here. I'm right here. Now, they're not normally open today, but he's gonna let me look around and see some of the stuff inside, so that's pretty cool. Whoa, look at these guys. This is like some kind of voodoo doll looking things. I know this guy. I remember him from California. That's Bob's Big Boy. Whoa, this is kind of creepy. They're just like locked inside there. He's got a little banana. That's the shrilling chicken. This creepy thing here?
It's an isopod. It actually attaches itself to a tongue of a whale and becomes the host.
Is that a piranha back in there?
Yep.
Next to that toad?
Sure is.
Some shrunken heads there. There's one here, and then there's like a double set next to him. What kind of animal is this little guy?
That's a pig, a fetal pig. Bugs from the prehistoric area. Actually, look right here. You can almost see a piece of one.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see one wedged down in there. What is this?
That's a giraffe skull.
Oh my gosh. And you could buy it for $850.
Yep.
So I could buy this and put it in my RV and travel around the country with a giraffe skull. I've seen them in the wild, but that one hopefully has no real hornets in there. But normally there'd be like hundreds of hornets inside there.
Yep.
Gosh. That is a pig in there?
Actually, I think it might be a cow. Just looking at the...
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And what kind of like solution is in there? Is that just water?
No. That's got to be some sort of alcohol, formaldehyde.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that keeps it
from deteriorating.
Right.
This porcupine is mounted to the wall without a care in the world if these guys are playing a round of poker. No cheating. I'm assuming the gator head is real, but is that hand a real human hand? Hopefully not. What is the story on this guy? This is super creepy.
So that's called a woolly booger. It's a taxidermist trick that they make. It's actually made out of 3 or 4 different skins, but it's a deer rear end.
Oh, a deer rear end. I see it now. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's wild. Imagine that thing clamping down on you. Gosh. That was pretty cool. Big thank you to the Pioneer Trading Post for letting me snoop around on a day they're not normally open. Whoa, Voorhees Street. Watch out for Jason. Yes, I know it's spelled a little differently. Just go with it. Check out that loaf of bread. It's just spinning around. I've never seen a loaf of bread do that before. Just spin and spin and spin. Did you miss Dixie? I guess, I don't know, did I? I don't know precisely what this is, but off the side of the road looks to be maybe some sort of former Halloween attraction with the roof falling in. I'm gonna go through here. There's a dangling, rusted out chainsaw. Hey, look at this! What the heck? Why is all this stuff still out here months after Halloween? This is moderately terrifying. I know it's set up as an attraction, but it is kind of bizarre that it's all still left here in the woods. Maybe it's something they do every year. Either way, kind of creepy. Hello? Hello? They put some serious work and theming into this. He's looking deep into my soul. This is the office, and across the road, it looks like it's called Fright Trail. I bet this thing is super awesome during the Halloween season. Hopefully it's still open. If you're in the area, check it out. Lafayette, Louisiana. Down this road is a little town by the name of Rain. And what animal thrives in the rain? Frogs! Yes, I know it's a little bit of a stretch, and it's spelled a little bit differently, but this is the frog capital of the world! They are everywhere here, even little statues of them. I have never seen a place so infatuated with that little creature. Every mural in town is adorned with frogs. Next to Mr. Toad, this might be the coolest frog in the world, tipping his hat. Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Right smack dab in the middle of this mural looks like the Hypnotoad from Futurama, doesn't it? Don't look in his eyes. Do not look deep into his retinas. Say hello to Officer Ribbit, protecting and serving from the comfort of his rock. Shouldn't he be on a lily pad? There's a place called Frog City. And they even have a casino inside and a restaurant. I wonder if they serve frog legs. They're even painted on the underpass. They're everywhere here. You cannot get away from them. Here's an old school mural. That gator's looking at that one frog that's stirring some sort of witch's brew. Even the town paper celebrates them. Why do they still have Merry Christmas on the marquee? Maybe the frogs have taken over. There's Frog City Ink. I wonder how many people around here have gotten them tattooed on themselves. This old 5 and 10 is really cool. But yes, there's more frogs. There's kind of an unwritten rule never to go number 2 in an RV. Just keep the odor down and whatnot. Now, I know a lot of people do, but I learned this little trick from being in a band, traveling in an RV, as well as other friends and acquaintances and people who have left me opinions and comments saying, unless you absolutely have an emergency, do not open that door to do a dung. Now, I'm sure the day will come when it does happen, maybe if I'm just sitting around, but as of right now, I rarely hang out in one spot. I'm always moving. This RV is a tool to get from one point to the next to the next. That's what it's here for. It is a transportation device that makes it easy for me to pull over, get some food, have a place to chill and edit, maybe take a cat nap, move on, and stay for the night without checking into a hotel. And of course, taking showers in here is pretty nice too. I guess the biggest thing is it's hard for me to comprehend taking something that's meant to be mobile and making it immobile. The exception to this being if I'm gonna stay somewhere more than a couple days, then maybe a campground does make sense. But paying $25, $35, $40, $50, $60, sometimes $70 or even $80 a night just to get a few hours of sleep, I can't wrap my head around that. I think the other exception would be if it was an event or a certain location that I couldn't normally get to, then obviously I would stay there. Off the side of the freeway is this oil rig in a little area called the Gator Chateau, dedicated to the people of Louisiana in memory of the oil pioneers, Doug Phelps, Charlie Noble Contractor, Elmer Dobbins, Sank Hendricks, and Scott Haywood. I didn't know who those people were. I was just reading. As I approached this, I thought it was a mural. Oh no, it's not. These are live alligators behind a real chain link fence. And that guy is staring very attentively at me. You got a staring problem, buddy? Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. And if you have forgotten your map, they have designated distances from this point to different areas. Lake Charles, New Orleans, Houston, Lafayette, Canada, even France. Very friendly animals around this park. My favorite is this little guy down here writing the commissioner's name. He doesn't want to be left out. He's got a paintbrush and he's writing along this little thing. Good job, buddy. What kind of heinous law did you break, soda machines? They're behind bars. They're incarcerated. This guy is submerging his head rather quickly in the water. What are you doing, buddy? Playing a game? Trying to catch fish? Oh, you're cleaning yourself. I see. Well, I think you're clean enough. I think you're clean enough. I think you're clean enough. You are clean enough. What, do you got a date tonight? Thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Vlog over.